Hello, Greebos, and welcome back to Downloadable Content. It must be Monday, because say it with me now, it's Mod Showcase Monday! This week, I have put together a list of all the mods that completely overhaul and change the way you play this game. So without further ado, let's change the way you play this game. The first mod we're going to take a look at is an absolute massive overhaul to the gameplay of Blade and Sorcery. It's called Advanced Damage and Health Systems by Hujohner. In the mod section of your book, you will find the Advanced Damage System. You have General, you have UI, and ignore debug. You'll also notice on your screen, sometimes it'll pop up to say how thirsty you are and all that fun stuff. So the things that you don't want, you can turn off, you can turn on. You can leave persistent health stats on. So what does that mean? Well, if you leave that on and you're starving and you go into a dungeon and you leave and you're still starving, you remain starving. Same thing goes if you're hurt. I'm over limit right now, so right now my guy is really fat. However, the NPCs also use this same system, which is actually pretty cool. Like right now, can you tell that my hand is a little bit more floaty? Maybe you can't see it in the spectator. It's because my character right now is over encumbered, overweight. I need to eat a slightly less Taco Bell to be more effective. I also need to keep up with my thirst and my hunger, so let's drink whatever this is. Does this count as liquid? And I'm just going to eat a bunch of eggs too, because eggs are delicious. Now, aside from that, there's also bandages as well as surgical kits and advanced bandages. So if you take damage, right, you need to stop the bleeding. So if I was bleeding, I would use this bandage to wrap the area that I was bleeding from. And then also the same thing with the surgical kit, you would use it on your person. So if I had a broken arm, I'd be like, boom, instant fix. This is also pretty cool. This is optional, but you see how I have a helmet. I'm not wearing a helmet, but I have this on. If I put it on my head like so, there's helmet vision now that you can turn off. Now, it doesn't appear in the spectator camera, but trust me, I have helmet vision. You know what? In fact, if I switch it to the head-mounted display cam, yeah, you can see it. Look, I have helmet vision now. Isn't that crazy? So that can actually get you in trouble. So I'm gonna take that helmet off. And then there's also stamina. So everything you do will take stamina. So running, sprinting, jumping, all that stuff, climbing, all takes stamina. So if you were climbing, like, oh my God, why am I so heavy? So if you were climbing, now keep in mind, this actually overhauls like what you do. So I can't just climb with one hand. You know, I'll fall. So I need to make sure I have two hands on things to climb, but this will affect my overall stamina. And the longer I stay in this position and climb, well, the less stamina I have, and if it reaches 0, I fall. So now I promise that the NPCs also can do this stuff, so let's make an angry person. He's gonna try and fight me, and we could do the advanced bleed system to him. So let's just pierce all the way through. You'll see that he starts to leak out. Block him, and he'll take all this damage as well. I guess it's kind of hard to appreciate right now on these NPCs, but trust me, they can get broken arms and whatnot. Let's just smack this. There we go, broken. Well, that broke too, but I'll cover that in a second. So now he would basically need to use a bandage. That wound is way too deep, and he's going to bleed out over time. And also, this wound will be pretty bad. Just wound him real bad. You need a lot of bandages after this. For this next part, I have self-collision turned on. So let's self-collide. We're going to just go, boom, pretty bad. And then stab. So this should start doing that damage to me. Well, I'll need to use a Band-Aid. There we go. You can see my little UI that it's bleeding. It has a little bleed symbol. I hope you guys can see the UI. Yeah, I think you can. So now we're bleeding, which means we need a bandage. Otherwise, it's going to get worse. So now we take the bandage, and you can see where I'm hurt. So we got to hold here and then wrap. Wrap, wrap, wrap. That bleeding should start to go away. And if not, let's take an advanced bandage and just really wrap that zone. But if you're looking for an overhaul to kind of make it like a more of a survival thing where every encounter can be a life or death sentence, I guess I should say. So even if you win the duel, you can be like, oh, block, counterattack, and you defeat the enemy, but they wounded you, and you don't have any bandages or anything, you can bleed out over time. And if you're using the hardcore version where it persists into different levels, well, you know, it follows you. Damage follows you, which I think is really cool. So if you haven't tried this yet, give it a shot. It works for you, works for the NPCs. You'll have a lot of fun. So maybe you like all that fun stuff, but you're not into having to bandage yourself and whatnot. That's okay. Up next, we have a different version of that. It's called Survival Mode by Jenix. In the mod section of your book, it's literally just called Survival Mode. You'll notice how everything is turned off right now. So you can enable it for your different modes. Right now, we're in Sandbox. You can enable for Sandbox, Crystal Hunt, other game modes. and my favorite, hardcore mode. Now, you can also change how things like your water affects you and your food over time affects you. So let's turn this on for sandbox mode, and now we should have UI here to let you know how much food and water we have. So you can see it slowly going down over time for food and water. Now, in a crystal hunt, every character is going to start off with a canteen, and that's how you're going to be able to drink your water. Now, canteens are going to look exactly like potions because Jenix didn't change it. It would be cool if we got like a clear flask, but you'll notice that it's just water when you take the cap off or cork, and there's no red section. So if you look at my water right over here, it says 98. Let's go drink, 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 and now we're way back up there. Also, any water source will actually stay with you. So if I was like, okay, refill the canteen like that, it refills your canteen. There we go, nothing like a full canteen of water. So make sure you store this in your inventory. Now, hardcore mode means things will persist from level to level. So if I was running out of stuff here and I was in a dungeon, and I was like, oh, it's okay, I'll just beat the dungeon and restore. No, 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 no. Hardcore mode means you have to make sure you're always eating and drinking, because you can get back here and die on your steps before you even make it to your player home because you ran out of food and or water. So if these bars ever hit 0, you die instantly IRL. Well, maybe not IRL, but I mean, you will die IRL if you don't eat or drink in the real world. But in the fake world, if you don't eat or drink, you will also die. Moving on is a mod to, well, gamify Blade and Sorcery. It's called Enhanced Progression by MasterJukes. In the mod section of your book, you will find Enhanced Progression. So we can go ahead and open that stats menu. So you're going to start as a level 1 with 0 XP, and every time you get a kill, you get more XP. You can use this in Sandbox, but this is kind of reserved mainly for Crystal Hunt, I guess, to kind of give you more of a progression. But we can change things. So let's get 3 points in agility, 3 points in there. Okay, let's just get 1 more point in strength. Good, so now we're a little bit faster and a little bit stronger. And now every time we get a kill, they're gonna be worth experience. Be worth experience. It'd be kind of cool if the XP bar like popped up as you got kills. That's something I would say. You know, I know it adds like a weird visual. You can make it an option to disable it. I think would be pretty cool, but that way people know that they're getting XP for what they're doing. But now you can see I have XP 140 of 210. So I need to keep going. Your XP, your Windows XP. And now when I look again, XP 200 out of 250, I'm level 5. So, you know, it's cool. I think different enemies are worth different points. Like this guy, girl, is 200. What were you worth? You were worth... Oh, I leveled up right away. I couldn't even tell. All right, so I'm at 50. How much is shirtless nipple guy worth? Hey, he was worth 100 points. That's pretty good. You with green eyes? Green eye attack. Oh, I broke my sword. Green eye attack. She was also worth 100. Like I said, it's primarily if you're going to be in Crystal Hunt, but just know that it kind of affects your physics, both directly and indirectly. Hear me out. It's not really a bug. So when you first install it, you're kind of notice that like you're bad at swinging, and you're like, why do my physics feel off? It's because your character lacks strength and agility. So level up strength and agility so you can, you know, get back to some version of normalcy. But just know that's why it's happening. So if you install this mod, even in Sandbox, you're like, what the hell is happening? It's because of, well, you don't have enough stats. All in all, a pretty cool mod and a great way to experience Blade and Sorcery, I guess, fresh. Moving on, we have Stealth Pack by NateYeet. In your mod section, find the stealth pack, and there's a lot to kind of customize. So we're going to reset settings back to neutral, but this one will let you know if and when someone or something sees you. You can also mess around with the in-stealth health option. So enemy health undetected multiplier is set to 0.2, so it does 0.2 the amount of damage. So if someone's turned around and you got them in the back with a stealth kill, it's doing more damage. And there's also vision and hearing settings. So this is the FOV for the NPCs to both see you as well as if they can hear you. They can see you in the light, their max hear distance. Let me just take a sword quickly into the dungeon, and I'll just show you what this is like. So you can see my UI, right? See how it says hidden? It's because I'm hidden. No one sees me. It's like Skyrim style. So this guy is going to give us a damage multiplier because he's completely turned around. So that's why he kind of got one shot. I mean, he would have been one shot no matter what. And now this person here, I can actually stealth. I would have been seen in traditional Blade and Sorcery, but now I can kind of stealth it. You see that? You see how I'm just stealthing it? But eventually they will see me, like so. Now I have the UI detector set to my head. That way I can show you that I'm detected, but you can change that to position on your wrist. So now you'll see it there that you're detected. That way it gets, if you're playing, I would say, if you're not demonstrating it, you're going to want to move it to your wrist. No, they used to have like a little indicator bars above them. I don't know where those went. They got to be here somewhere. Yeah, detection meter. So, hey, where's your detection meter? I don't know. Maybe the next person will have a detection meter. I'm sorry. We're going to use the next person. Sneak behind him, stealth kill, and then maybe we can get the next person to see me so I can see if the detection meter is working. Excuse me, sir, is your detection meter working? Well, that does, but his meter's not working. I don't know why that's happening. I guess because blatant sorcery nonsense, but this is really cool. If you're a stealth player, I would strongly recommend using this one, or just in general, because it really does overhaul the stealth in this game without breaking it. As you can see, this guy still knows I'm here. He saw the whole thing, but it gives you like a reasonable amount of time because it's still a game to be stealth, and I think that's pretty cool, guy. I think what you're doing is not pretty cool, but I think the stealth pack itself is pretty cool. Up next, we have the Khenemet Sea by Hujohner. So you can literally take this boat, set it into that water, and go all the way over there. Seriously, it's a whole... Watch this. It's going to blow your mind if you haven't seen this. So on your travel map, you're going to find Khenemet Sea right here. You can change who you're fighting. You could select a room. I don't know. I don't know what this is doing. I guess you could spawn where you want to spawn, but I would just leave it as sandbox right now. Otherwise, you could mess things up. So sandbox, and you can choose who you want to fight. Right now, I believe Hujohner has to probably update this one. If he's going to, I don't know if he's going to fight the different factions. It'd be cool if you can fight like whatever faction you want. There's not even the Rockta on here. But anyway, so choose who you want to. Let's go for the wild folk. I could set the length and let's travel. So now you spawn on your boat and it tells you how it works. To open and close the sails, grab the rudder and press the Alt-Use button. If you want to return home, you hold the rudder and then you hold down the Alt-Use button. Everything you see is an island that you can go to. So if you are like an Assassin's Creed Black Flag fan, a Wind Waker fan, then you're absolutely going to love this one. Almost every single item, or island I should say, every single island has something on it that you can kind of check out, loot, fight some enemies, which is cool. Your character just always runs in place. That's an unfortunate glitch, but there's nothing you can do about it, okay? So don't be like, oh, a character runs. Anyway, it just gives you some downtime in between things. Obviously, I'm going to make some edits. You don't have to watch this entire thing, but you could just like vibe the entire time. It'd be cool if you can customize your ship, but I think we have to like capture Hujohner again and give him more money and force him to update this mod. Now, I'm going to just fly away from that one. That's my ship, but I'm going to use the wings mod to kind of get where we're going. Of course, using a wings mod will kind of defeat the purpose of this one, but for demonstration purposes only, I'm going to be using it right now. So, boom! We land right next to Squidward's house, and we're on this island right here. So let's go onto it and see what's happening. There's an enemy there, so we're going to stealth behind them, and boom! Oh! What the? Sir, I'm trying to... Okay? That's what you get. That's what you get. I'm going to use my patented grappling hook. Probably put you... Where did I just put you? I want to put on Squidward's house. Here we go. Just stay there for a little bit. Anyway, like I said, each one of these islands has something on it to loot or do, which is kind of cool. But you see that one over there? That's a pirate ship. And yes, you can go to it. So like I said, if you weren't using the wings mod, it will take you a while to sail over there. So playing on this one is giving you like little hours of gameplay. So I'm going to land on here. I have my grappling hook, so let's just use that one. The grappling hook is so fun to use with this because, like, literally, look. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is the one that has a Kraken spawn. Isn't this cool? The Kraken spawns, and you could fight the Kraken yourself and actually take it down and be like, dude, Kraken! And these ships will have, like, a wave spawner on them. So you could fight all these guys and loot their ship, which I think is so fun. So back here, you just open this one, see what loot they have. Yoink, yoink. Steal all their stuff. And then if your ship was over here, you could just be like, well, I'm gonna nope out of here while the Kraken breaks this thing down. So good luck, everyone. But if you wanted to, you could kill this Kraken. Just stab it a bunch of times and it'll go away. I don't know if this map is available in Crystal Hunt. Like it could integrate with it if Hujohner wanted it to. Like you'd be like, you can go on different quests here and you can get Hujohner, you should be able to get a map fragment shard from this one. I really need him to work more on this mod. I say like I really need him, like he's Like, do it, Hujohner, what are you doing? I guess it would be nice if he updated this one. Also, what you're seeing here is a lighting glitch that happens from time to time in this one, which looks like, I don't know, it looks like pure darkness. But you can just take this guy and bring him under the water. Sorry, dude. Drown. And then we can now go here and take over his entire island, kill his little band of brothers here. Oh my god, I just grappled them together. Wow. Sometimes after you played so many hours of Blades and Sorcery, you just pull off some really cool stuff. Anyway, this is the Khenemet Sea. I'm not going to explore every single island. It's up to you. There's secrets here that I don't want to spoil. I kind of spoiled one of them, but the map has been out for a while, so I don't feel bad for that. But Khenemet Sea, there's another pirate ship. Up next is Quest Framework by Hujohner with the quest called The False King by the PantomPurpose. Now, these are two separate mods, but they obviously go hand in hand. However, if you're going to be using this quest framework, just special note, it only works in Crystal Hunt. So right now I'm in Sandbox. So let's go make a new Crystal Hunt character and we will be right back. Here we are as a brand new Crystal Hunt character. I skipped the introduction because why would I keep playing it? You'll know you're in Crystal Hunt because you'll have the tower over there. So here's how you access whatever quest you have on your board, other than Baron's Bounty, which will almost always be there. You'll have, like this one takes place in the Citadel. So I need to select the Citadel to go there first. So Citadel, you'll see that there's a quest here with NPCs. Let's go talk to them. Also, inside your inventory, you will have a brand new quest book right here, the quest log. This one says The False King, and it tells you how to do things. It says what the dialogue is going to be, the NPCs, who you need to talk to, so on and so forth, as well as resetting progress, because you can actually fail these quests, and they are not repeatable once you fail them. So let's put this book away and look around for that NPC. I'm going to take this ladder down the quickest way. In the past, I think in U12, we took a look at Quest Framework, and it was pretty cool. And I remember before Crystal Hunt came out, I was like, I hope Crystal Hunt is like this. So if you guys have never seen this Quest Framework before, it's actually going to make the normal Crystal Hunt kind of look like, well, not that they didn't try, but that they didn't try hard enough. So here he is. He's kind of just sitting there, right? So let's go talk to him. He will actually have dialogue. So look at this. He says the queen refuses to fight or acknowledge. They don't have actual dialogue. It's up to the quest, people that make the quest to do the voice acting. Anyway, so he tells you what's going on. We skipped that one. He says, are you here to save the people of Eridan? You can mock us, blah, blah, blah. They put a lot of effort in here. And you could also interact with this. I could be like, I'm here to help or you're crazy. So I want to do the quest. So I'm here to help. He keeps going. Thank gods. Thank the gods. Finally, someone willing to help. Of course. There's a tyrant. There's a rebel. Go to the outpost I marked on your map, and there'll be their main base there, and you'll find information. Okay, we can do that. So now just open your book and select Return Home, because I don't think there's a way of returning home. So now over here, you will have a rebel outpost. Whoa! And it tells you that there's a quest in here, and there's a quest item. So let's go do it. Now, of course, because this is a mod, and if you're using other mods, you could get stuck with infinitely loading at 96%. If that does happen, you do have to restart your game and just try it again. I almost don't want to say try it till it works, but yeah, kind of have to try it till it works. Anyway, so we've started it now, so it wants me to go over here. So something dialogue, it says scribbled, it'll take command. I don't know. There's a commander. You're not the commander. Oh, I didn't bring a weapon to fight them with, so this is just going to be me punching them until we get this right. I'm just going to borrow this axe real quick, my friend. That's for you. And then magic nerd. Oh, that broke. Oh, God. So now for this quest, we're just progressing through this outpost to kind of do what the quest is. You'll notice that there's a ton more NPCs for this one. Who are you? Why don't you have a weapon? I guess I have no further questions for you. So I just have to get through this and find the commander and get whatever loot that is. I don't know if she's the commander. I didn't pay too much attention to it, but I do know that I have to do this. So this just says go to the outpost. Their main base is found there. You will likely find information on how to find the leader. So I need to find a quest. Hey, are you the leader? You might have information for me, so we're just going to kick you. Any information? Can I interrogate you? That would be cool, an interrogation system where you can hold them and they give you dialogue. Ah, snap the neck. But I guess I'm probably just looking for like a piece of lore or like their treasure chest or something. Could be in here. This could be the key item. And it's cards. That's okay. We're just going to run to the end since we're over here, and I think the NP should have the thing. So let's open this up, and then rather than getting a map fragment like you normally do, this should give you what you're looking for. Here we go. The note has many scribbled out orders of lines. However, some of it. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can read the whole thing. It's here. This is what you need. It's blank, right? take it. So now let's go ahead and return home and see what the next part of the quest is. So it looks like the town square has the next quest marker here. So let's go. It's nighttime, but that's okay. You know, we always miss the old not sanctuary. What is this called? Market. The old market map. It's just gone. Anyway, so let's look around and find an NPC. He could be anywhere. I really don't know where he spawns. I haven't gotten this far in this quest. But something to call out is that anyone can make a quest because the mod essentially is quest framework. And a person literally made this quest. Like, it's not actually that difficult. I believe Hujohner actually has a tutorial on how to make quests. Where is this goober? Like, I'm literally waiting for him. I'm going to burn his book. So it says I'm supposed to go here. To my knowledge, we must acknowledge us, must take ourselves a threat. The map is drawn at the bottom of the node with a small town circle. Perhaps that's where the tyrant is headed. So this is, they're headed here. Now, I don't specifically know what to do in this quest. Sometimes you can get a little lost because, like I said, it's just created by sometimes one person, sometimes a group of people. I think there's supposed to be an NPC that's spawning right now that just straight up isn't, which is okay. It's okay. Sometimes this happens, like I said, but yeah, anyway, this is a one of many quests. We're not going to do the whole thing. I just want to show you what's possible. There's a lot of quests out there, and I really hope this is like a revitalization of people making quests for Quest Framework. In fact, you know what would be cool? Maybe we should host a competition. Who can make the best quest? Oh, and there'll be a prize. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to see that. Anyway, Quest Framework. It's very fun. Moving on is Dynamic Breakables by Hujohner. Now, you were seeing me use this throughout the video where your weapons and items can actually break, which is crazy. And you also get an option in your book to customize this one. So under General, you can make sure the mod is enabled. You can override item module as well. So if you have certain like custom items or other mods, this can override them. There's also maximum break caps, which is the amount of things that it can actually break. But what I love is the persistent breaks. So if your weapon is broken, it will stay broken. You can also change up a bunch of how things break as well. So if you don't want yours to break, you can change that. But now if you're fighting like an enemy, like this goober person, can you take out a real sword? There we go. Now we're gonna keep attacking until one of our weapons breaks. Hopefully yours and not mine. Hit your sword again. Oh no, so mine broke because it was a lower tier item and it wasn't imbued. So that's why she's like kind of murking on me. That's okay though. We're gonna style on her. I want to get a goober. Oh, perfect. She has like a tier garbage weapon. So hers should shatter relatively soon. There's a minimum required force. Did mine break? What? Why is mine breaking and yours isn't? That's crazy. So if your favorite weapon does break, you can actually fix it. You just need to get yourself the blacksmith's hammer, the equivalent, I guess, iron, and also an anvil. I'm going to go ahead and spawn one here, so I always have it. Then I need my blacksmith's hammer and some, well, I guess, silver. Still a silver ingot. Now we place a destroyed piece of equipment right there. Now you can see how it wants to come back, right? So now we take our blacksmith's hammer, you put that here, and you just like smack it. Like that one until it's fixed. Now I have repaired my sword, but you can keep breaking it again. So now let's spawn some goobers because I really want to break their equipment. It's not fair that they're breaking my stuff. So there's one right there. Let's unsheath our nice racked blade. Ow, it hit me in the metal arm. It's okay though. That's made of wood. We should be able to kind of break that with ease since it's made of wood. Just chop once there, then at the very tip of it. You see that? Cut that off. So this literally dynamically breaks. Oh no, I just dynamically broke her in half. What I think is really cool is that having persistent breaks and you have your weapon as the player really makes you, yikes, really makes you have to like play kind of differently, because if you break your favorite weapon and you're not collecting different pieces, then you're gonna be sad. You're gonna be very sad, especially if you're playing in permadeath, which is a great idea. Whatever I should do, I can't even speak English anymore. Anyway, dynamic breakables, really cool, really game changing. He's dead. You should get it right now. Our penultimate entry to take a look at today is called Wall Jump by Dumbad. So in your book, you'll have access to change what you want. I'm going to leave it as the default settings for right now. So if you jump and then jump again, wherever you're closest to, your foot will go towards. So jump and then jump. And you'll notice how I kind of just jumped off that. So we can just be like wall jumping. Like how cool is that? And I think you could just keep wall jumping off of things. So in theory, if you had like a Splinter Cell zone, like over there, we should be able to jump off of it. You know, this is further than I thought, but you know, I am jumping off of things. I guess maybe it's like harder to use, difficult to master or something, and once you master it, you're gonna be like, oh, I can't play without it. Maybe if I put someone over here, it'll give me some incentive. No. Right there. Okay, slow motion, jump off the tree. I went the wrong direction. Maybe I need to turn upward boost, like way up. Now, here we go. Boom. Oh, okay, I see that now. Messing around with the settings. Look at that boost. That was awesome. Okay, jump, boost. Yeah, okay, so maxing out the boost is kind of where it's at. Did you hear me? It's where it's at. Jump off the wall, and then you could do okay. Oh my God, you could do such anime stuff. Oh, do you see this? I'm just not good at it. If I was good at this one, you would be very afraid right now. Off this tree, boing. Okay, please, just once, just let me land this. This is it. Yeah, yes. Such anime can be had now. Are you excited? Don't be afraid. You're supposed to be excited. Be happy for me, because your friends are going to die tragically even more now. Our final mod to take a look at is called Chuck the Eagle by NateYeet. So if you guys didn't notice, in the sky has been Chuck the Eagle the entire time. He's my bird friend, my foul-weathered friend. You see what I did? I made a bird pun. So when you have nothing in your hands and no spells selected, you can command Chuck by holding down both triggers. So if it's green, you can tell him to do stuff. Oh, Chuck, go land right over there. Where are you? Maybe he'll land over here. Oh, there it is. Oh, Chuck, look at him go. Oh, he's so cool. He's so cool. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Can you feed him? Of course. He eats apples, and such apples will he have. So, Chuck actually also comes with his own skill tree, so you can pop this bad boy in here, and he'll tell you everything that he can do. So this first one, I can't even grab it. Give me this thing, Chuck. Okay, so his orbs are broken. He's not going to tell me how to do it. Fine, Chuck. Be that way. I'm going to throw your crystal at this now. So I can command him over to me if I want. So if I hold here and plop him right there and stick my arm out, he should just land on me. Chuck, come on, man. Now, I can also issue different commands to him, so I can have him land on my arm. Check this out. I'm going to say, right here, buddy, go ahead, land, pick an arm. I trust you implicitly. Oh, you didn't even land on my arm, dude. Come on, pick an arm, land on it. Oh, look, there he is. He finally did it. Look at him. Oh, he's adorable. So let's get him an apple. Take this one, throw it on the ground. And then, look, you could feed him an apple. Oh, man. Here you go. Look, he eats it. I promise you he eats it. He's being difficult. So other than just being adorable and being able to land on my arm, how cool is that? He can attack people, which that's kind of his thing, is being really helpful. He's going to fly away for a second, and you can actually go into eagle eye mode. I think if you look up and go like this, look, I could be with him and look around. Isn't that cool? Then I could go back down. But now let's say we are in a fight. Gasp. Oh, no. So what I need to do is hold this one, and when it turns out purple, Chuck, help me. This guy, he needs to be dead. So now he's going to land on his head and just rip him to pieces. And then, that's what you get, nerd. Me and Chuck, we go hand in hand. Those other seagulls, they ain't got nothing on Chuck. Chuck is amazing. Chuck is going to land right here. I'm going to get that apple back out. Come on, bud. You deserve this apple. Here, eat the apple. Finally, he ate the apple. What a good boy. So anyway, Chuck, he just completely changes the way you can think about mods right now. You get a little pet. He's fun. He does pet stuff. You could tell him. You see this person they're wearing. What are you wearing? I don't know. Chuck, deal with this person. Come on, Chuck. What, you're on break now because you ate the apple? All right, fine. I will deal with this person. Anyway, mod showcase over. Right? Well, my friends, that is it for this week's Mod Showcase Monday. I hope you, Joshua, had a great time. And if you did, remember to subscribe. It's free to do so. Hit the big subscribe button down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, do all that YouTube stuff, right? All the links to the mods are in the description. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Drifter from Downloadable Content. You've been awesome, and I will see you, well, the next time your game changes.